Shout out to my nigga Boom, man. Universe, I've seen it's your boy Buck.
Hi guys, that's Mo here, and this is the second part of the 13th episode, I believe, and we're kicking it off with a FA Cup semi-final against Tottenham at Wembley. So yeah, without further ado, let's get straight into it. And we start off the better team and get the first goal in the 9th minute through Hugo Rodallega with the 17th goal in all competitions. He is the Balotelli, and it was just a great shot, really. Just played it through and smacked it in, and then we got a brilliant tackle here from Yunus Kabul. The Tottenham striker did have an open goal, and then he made a great tackle. I had to put that in, and then Rodallega scored a great goal, and then we made some subs. But yeah, that was the end of that, and we managed to get through the FA Cup semi-final against Tottenham 2-0, and we will be meeting Arsenal in the final, who beat Aston Villa 2-1. So moving on to our next game, we do actually now have Manchester United, which should be a tough match, but you know, Fulham have beaten United in the past, so we're hoping we can, go back to that. But it's not going to be easy by any stretch of the imagination. We do start our player on loan from Man United, Henriquez, and we'll see how he goes on. But starting off, some terrible defending and goalkeeping allows Javier Hernandez to capitalise, and he gets a really lucky goal, really, for United. And the Honda goes through, could shoot, but decides to lay it off to Henriquez because, well, we wanted him to score against his former team, and it was a great goal, let's be honest. No, but this one was a great shot, and this last time we didn't actually celebrate, but this time, boom, we have to just be an absolute twat and celebrate right in front of Sir Alex Ferguson. Why did you let him go out on loan, you idiot? So we take a 2-1 lead, and Mark Schwartz, as you see, has 13 clean sheets to his name. It is 2-1 at half-time. Then going into the around the 80th minute now, and Celine smacks it in from just inside the penalty area, I think it was. It was a fantastic goal, and one contender for goal of the season for sure, because it was absolutely brilliant. Smacked it in though. Look at this angle, you get it perfect. Nice bang right in the near post. It was an absolute pile driver of a shot, and I love those ones that go in near post. And then we decide to do a double sweat just because I wanted Christian Taylor to score, because he hasn't had a goal for a while, and he did manage to get the goal in the 86th minute to wrap up our 4-1 victory. And it wasn't the easiest of finishes, but at the same time, he was never going to miss it, was he? So a 4-1 win, and I was very happy with that indeed. Now we go into a quick squad report. Lots of players, especially the young players on loan from Barcelona, and players like Briggs and Ogbon are really improving. Scott Parker's gone down one, and Berbatov's has also not gone down one, but he's decreased in a lot of his stats, as you can see, but he's also improved in a couple. And Henriquez hasn't really gone up, but he has improved in some of his certain stats. And yeah, it's just overall it's a pretty positive squad report, I'd say. I'm pretty happy with it anyway. Then moving on to our next match, now with Fulham, and I think this one's against Arsenal. I'm not 100% sure, but I'm pretty sure it is. It is indeed. And yeah, they look like they've got a pretty good team going out here, and this is definitely going to be a tough match, but we'll see how tough it proves to be. Scott Parker starts us off very well with an absolutely fantastic goal there. Pile driver from a mile away. I love saying that, pile driver, but whatever. Then Mikel Arteta puts Arsenal level, and then Wilshere gets one of the luckiest goals I've ever seen. He just basically ran it and managed to power his way through. But then Arsenal, with a typical Arsenal goal, with some great passing movement and a nice easy finish for them to get the 3-1 lead. So we made some substitutions simply because to freshen it up, and then Berbatov gets a shot away and manages to give us a way back into the game, and all we need is one more goal to get the point, but sadly we can't get that. And now moving on to our next match against Everton, here's a former player that I thought was absolute crap when he was here. We are currently in 7th position, so hopefully we can push on and try and get that 6th spot, and maybe even push for the 5th, but who knows. But yeah, we were away to Everton, so it was never going to be an easy match, or was it? But yeah, we did start off very well, and the last time we played Everton, Honda scored 2 very similar goals to that, and I believe one of them was in the 16th minute, so that was a great way to take the lead. Just get a trip back down memory lane for us. Excuse me for just 1 second while I do that. And then yeah, we basically get another shot away with Berbatov, and he smacks it in. That is probably my favourite goal he scored so far, besides the Celine one in the Man United game. But then Honda scored, and here was the goal. Sorry I cut out the first part. As you can see, Berbatov has 13 league goals, but Christian Tail with another fantastic goal. So many great goals today. Fantastic shot there. And then Berbatov's managed to get round Howard. I thought he actually won the ball, but the referee says no. You caught him first, Ginger Ref. So yeah, we do get a penalty, and our player who left us did get subbed off. But we allowed Mark Short to take the penalty, since we were already 4-0 up, and he scores and does the Balotelli. It was an absolutely fantastic penalty. Look at this, just smacks it right into the top corner. Great penalty from a goalkeeper. And Rodriguez, as you can see, has 18 goals. They do get a consolation goal through Ross Barkley, however, which I was kind of disappointed about, but we come straight back again. Rodriguez with the shot smashes it over, but the referee again says he was fouled, and this time Schwartz has already got his goal, so he decided to give Rodriguez a goal, and he just absolutely power drives this one in. Does take a little touch off Howard, but there was no chance of him stopping that, and the little Balotelli there, celebration there, what a penalty. I just love that one. Then we make a few substitutions, but they don't really do anything, and it is the end of the match at 6-1, so that's a very comfortable win for us. And now our final match of the episode is away to Aston Villa, and this should be a pretty tough match, because, you know, I don't know, Aston Villa are pretty hard to play against. Like, I normally beat them, but they're a pretty hard team to play against. Nothing happened in the first half, but they did bring on Bent at half time, and this is just shocking defending. Baker plays just with a terrible back pass. Rodriguez intercepts, goes past Baker and smacks into the back of that. A great goal from his point of view, closing down the angle and managing to get that ball, but for Aston Villa's point of view, a terrible goal to concede. And it does end up being costly, as you can see now, and as you can see, Rodriguez 20 goals in all competitions, which is fantastic considering he only came in halfway through the season. This is our youth player. He looks like he's going to be really, really good. Almost released, and we do get an offer from Liverpool, but I turned that down. But that's the end of this episode. Thank you for watching. Leave a like and all that. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.